Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So, oh yeah, let me move my mic. I didn't realize it was that far away, but anyways, we're going to be talking about Life is Strange 3 and 4. Oddly enough, it's not really 4, I'll explain to you in a second, but basically we recently had the new state of play, and I honestly, part of me wanted to think there was going to be Life is Strange news, but I put my expectations low because I knew that Dontnod or Dontnod Games wouldn't do it just because they wouldn't. I know they were at the Microsoft event for Before the Storm for E3, but I just didn't think they were gonna do it all, and so I kind of expected that they wouldn't show up, and of course I was right. I know Square Enix had a bunch of stuff for Final Fantasy. I still have to watch that because I love Final Fantasy 7. So that's pretty much what's been going on. We haven't really had any Life is Strange 3 news, and basically I was looking at the Rumors website because I check there every day at this point to see if there's anything new, and there's a new rumor on Life is Strange 3. This is something that's already been mentioned, but there seems to be more proof that it's happening, unless someone could literally like make a, I don't know what you call it, a fake leak, and it's kind of weird. This one's like really weird. I'll explain to you in a second, but let me read to you the whole Life is Strange 3 rumor. So I'm pretty excited if this is legit. So Life is Strange 3 and 4 info, even though I don't think 4 is a thing yet. Posted by user being on Restra. Hey all, heard some info down on the grapevine upcoming game. I can't even talk. Upcoming Life is Strange games, so I figured I'd share with you folks. First off, Life is Strange 3 is being developed right now by Dontnod Games, developers of Before the Storm. It is being developed on Unreal Engine 4 rather than Unity. It's a full-fledged 5-episode sequel. I've heard that it's referred as Life is Strange True Colors in development, but I'm not 100% sure if that's the final title. The game takes place in the US, but not in the Pacific Northwest. The game will be a return to a grounded small town setting similar to the first game. The main character is an Asian American woman named Alex. The main superpower the game revolves around is the ability to read minds. Different characters will have colors surrounding them, representing their emotion, hence the name True Colors. Music is also really heavy focused in this game, more so Life is Strange 1. It was supposed to be announced last year, but COVID-19 messed up things. There's supposed to be another Life is Strange game that I heard in production, although I'm not 100% sure about the details on this one. It's still a long ways off. It's supposed to be a direct sequel to the first game, and it'll feature the same protagonists, Max and Chloe. I haven't heard about this in months, so keep in mind it might be cancelled at this point. As for other Life is Strange news, Life is Strange 1 is being ported to Switch. I'm not sure if the second one and Before the Storm will be ported as well, but I imagine that they're doing that. The port should be announced whenever Life is Strange 3 is announced. But yeah, basically an official ER staff verified the post, so it basically means that the person who showed the leak to the moderator, and that it was like legitimate enough proof. Now the moderator did say that we can't verify every detail, but it's pretty much enough material to confirm that some of this may be true. So this is honestly pretty weird because this is the same leak that was announced like I think a year before back, and it would make sense about how there wasn't a trailer yet. Basically, oh my gosh. So I'm pretty excited about a 5-episode sequel. It's obviously going to be like its own games. There was a rumor that there would be like a spin-off title instead of a third game being called Life is Strange 3, that it would be called Life is Strange something, and that Life is Strange something is True Colors. Obviously it makes sense with the main game portraying about how the main character Alex, who can read minds and see emotions from different characters, that's gonna be a really interesting power, just because for one, it's literally better than the telekinesis power. Was it telekinesis? Yeah, it's better than telekinesis power because this actually offers more gameplay value in the game, and that's honestly pretty exciting to see that we're gonna actually see like more of a gameplay style. Like there's gonna be more gameplay than just telling Daniel, hey, float this. So that's kind of like what I'm excited about. I can really tell that Dontnod Games, if this is real, they really did care about the Life is Strange property and like copy the first game. I don't want to say they copied the first game because that sounds like insulting. Like they really honored the first game by making a game similar to that, by figuring out like why fans like the first game a lot, and they're copying the style of making a town and trying to make unique powers and new gameplay styles. So that's honestly what I'm really excited about. the emotions whenever they see colors surrounding them, that's gonna be really interesting to see, because usually when we're like making a choice in like a Dontnod or Total game, or Life is Strange game I should say, usually we would see about the choices, you know, we would not really know about the consequence. We know that the characters will have an impact, and so they can really do something else with this game when they can see the impact of like the character before. Like, they can see how they're feeling, especially when you make a certain decision, whether that be happy or sad. That's something I'm really looking forward to, because it's supposed to give you like a drive of like nervousness, obviously, just because they want to make sure that you are actually impacting this character, whether that's a good or bad feeling. So that's where Life is Strange 3 seems to be heading, and I'm pretty excited. Hopefully Alex will be a good character. I know Max wasn't really the best character. I think in some ways I think Sean was a better character than Max, not as an insult. Like, I did like playing Max and Sean a lot, but I think Sean was better developed than Max, because Max, they purposely made her to be bland and boring, and that was kind of like the issue. But Max was still cool. I still cared about her a lot. And with Sean, he was definitely another character I cared about. Hopefully they make Alex more careable, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Considering her power involves with emotions, I'm certain that they're gonna be able to make Alex interesting in like dealing with these emotions from other characters that will meet in the game. And as I thought, it's gonna take place in the US. That's no figure. It would have been interesting to see some different parts of like the countries, but I don't mind it being the US, obviously, just because this is their first time. Like, you guys understand, this is Deck 9's game first time making an actual full game. With Before the Storm, I know there were some people who disliked it and those who liked it, but the issue was they were really limited. This was like their first spin-off game, and they obviously had to make it canon before the events of before the first game. So they were tasked with a challenging task to where they really had to make sure that the game was canon and that it was still good. As for Life is Strange 1 being ported to Switch, that's a no figure. Life is Strange 1 was originally on the not next gen. It was originally on like PS3 and Xbox 360. I don't know if people remember that, so it should be easy to port. Before Storm and 2, they should be easy to port as well. If they just downgrade the graphics, I think they can port perfectly fine. I literally forgot to talk about the other Life is Strange 4 spin-off games, so I just wanted to mention it real quick about my opinions. So obviously, I do think they kind of have like a rough draft of like if they were to make a sequel. They probably are going to take some inspiration from the comics, because I think that's a legitimate sequel from my understanding. But for them to make a sequel, it's kind of weird, and they have to like mess up the timeline a little bit, because that's what time travel is all about. I do think it's possibly being developed, but it just is not, like, it's just rough drafts ideas at the moment. Obviously they're focusing on this main Life is Strange game, since it's basically a new town, new characters. It's easier to do than to make a sequel. Did that sound insulting? I don't know if it sounds insulting, but yeah. I do think it's being developed, but it's just under development, so I just wanted to mention that. I don't know why, but my voice sounds kind of weird, so I hope that didn't bother you guys, but yeah. Life is Strange 2 True Colors. I really hope this is real, considering I don't know that much about the Reset Era website, to where if a moderator says like, hey, this seems legit, but we don't know for sure entirely. I want to know you guys' thoughts about the moderator thing, because or administrator, I mean, just because since it's an official staff that like approved this thread of messages, it kind of made me think that this could be legit, but obviously it could have been fake somehow, because I don't know, that's just my opinion. But anyways, I hope this is real. We'll find out sooner or later. I don't know, I do have a feeling Life is Strange 3 could be announced this year, but obviously we have to wait and see. So I do want to know you guys' opinions and thoughts on this, just because I'm genuinely curious. Like, I really want to know what you guys think about this whole new leak situation. I do think this could be legit. I know it could easily be fake, but we'll have to wait and see at this point. So if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe. I do make Life is Strange videos and other weird content on the channel, as you can see. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. So I really hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys later for a Dontnod video. Goodbye.